It's another Bitcoin all-time high.
Joel. Hey. Joel.
What?
Joel, we're doing a show. We're doing a show. Dude, come on.
Oh, what? Man, I'm sorry. It's just so common for crypto to go up, up, up these days. What's driving this crypto bull run? And will the Big Bang Theory red pill millions of new people to Bitcoin? And with so many cryptocurrencies out there, how can you differentiate between them? Well, thanks to the good people at Techcrunch, we've discovered the answer. That's right. We Googled it, so you don't have to. Come for the crypto, stay for the fun. It's episode number 57 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
It's the Bad Crypto Podcast, the show for the crypto curious and the crypto serious, now in 176 countries around the world. Can you believe it, Travis Wright?
Kenya? Is that one? Is that what you said?
Kenya must be one. I'm thinking it's one. But as I'm scrolling through the list here, the obvious big names, US, Australia, UK, Canada, Germany, Sweden, and so on. But if you go to the very bottom, they're sorted by order. And at the end of the list, we have Madagascar. There's a listener in Madagascar.
I love our peeps out in Madagascar. Big shout out to you.
Yeah. Well, our peep.
Our peep.
It's a listener.
Boom,
we have a listener
awesome.
in Mali.
Mali.
We have a listener in Rwanda.
Yes. It's exciting.
Paraguay and Guinea. Yeah. And two listeners in Aruba, which is a beautiful island in the Caribbean.
That is true. I wonder how many are in Jamaica. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take it. We have 1,246 in Mother Russia. And I can tell you they did not hack these statistics.
Well, wherever you are in the world, you are a citizen of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. And we're glad you're here. And we're also glad to be welcoming the Zilla app as a show sponsor for a second month. They love Bad Crypto. And of course, you heard Abasa Phillips, the CEO and creator of Zilla, on ICO Spotlight number 8 just last week. The Zilla app is going to be coming out in beta here pretty quick. So if you haven't pre-registered yet, go to zla.io/bad. And this is going to be an ICO marketplace. You can check out the latest ICOs, vote them up, vote them down. We report, you decide, and you should be able to invest in ones via the app. So go check it out. I'm looking forward to seeing it, even though I am in the U.S. and I'm not supposed to have it.
Yes. What a cool app, though. I mean, the functionality of it looks pretty awesome, and what they're doing is pretty sweet. So that is great.
You know what else is cool?
You.
That's right. I made a post. So we're going to talk, we're actually recording this on Wednesday, but this episode's going to release this weekend because you're going to be off to elsewhere for a conference. And so by the weekend, we don't know what's going to happen in the crypto world. But as of now, Bitcoin went through 11,000. Ethereum broke through 500. Litecoin bust through 100. And then they came back down. Like there was a reasonable sell-off as to be expected. But everybody's talking about Bitcoin. And people are saying, yes, their news feeds are exploding with Bitcoin. So I got inspired last night and I just wanted to write a post on Facebook. It took me about 10 minutes to crank it out and I posted it. This thing went viral, Mr. Travis, right?
Bazooka. It was very nice. It was a great post.
What did you say?
Bazooka. Yeah, it went to Bazooka. This thing's got 400 plus shares on this, almost 400 comments. You know it's good when you have almost as many comments as you have shares. That's pretty crazy, unless it's 0 comments and 0 shares. But when you have over 400 shares and nearly 400 comments, that's great. You did such a great job of sort of laying this out. I then took the highlighted words from, what you had said in that post and then turned it into a video. And
you stole my content.
I totally stole your content and you can't stop me. I mean, there was literally nothing that you could do about it.
You created a beautiful video, an animated video that I think is definitely more pleasurable to consume what I was saying, via my text. So we've got links to both of these in the show notes. And what we've discovered is that people are sharing both of them like crazy because they're telling they're going to their friends and they're saying, see, this is what I've been trying to tell you. Because my language is simple because I'm a simple man. It's connecting with people. And so thanks to everybody who has read, commented, and or shared on either of these. We are taking Bad Coin to the moon and taking you with us.
I literally have nothing else to add to that.
Bad Crypto voicemail. You have one new message.
Hey guys, this is Monica from Santa Cruz, California. I just wanted to say that you guys are awesome, and I have definitely come down with the crypto fever. I am super into blockchain technology right now, and it seems to be a growing hobby of just researching blockchain technology. I've shared as much as possible with my family and friends and coworkers, hoping that they jump on board with the cryptocurrency. I've actually pointed a couple of them to your Bad Crypto podcast, which is awesome. So, anyways, you guys rock. Stay bad.
Hey, Joel and Travis. I've got a question for Joel specifically, since he's got some experience in web development and app development, at least as far as I know. Travis, I'm not sure if you do or not. No insult meant there. But here's the problem with cryptocurrency is that how do you make it rain with digital money? I think we need an app for that, to be able to make Bitcoin rain with our phones or something like that. Anyway, that's about as bad as it gets. As always, stay bad.
Not only did I develop the iFart app to make phones all around the world fart, but I also developed the ka-ching button that Travis Wright is holding in his hand. Yeah. By the way, those have completely sold out on Amazon, and my shipment from China is late. Well, it's not late. I just waited too long to order them, and so anybody wanting ka-ching buttons, they're going to have to wait for them.
Telling you, we need to make Bitcoin bad coin buttons. It'd be awesome.
So what do you think of this guy's idea? An app to make it Bitcoin rain?
Well, it is a challenge. I have thought of that as well, because normally when it's called making it rain, you're like, throwing dollars in a strip club, and throwing dollars is way nicer than coins because that's making it hail. That's probably painful. The solution about making it rain via an app is a perplexing one. I wouldn't know how to make it rain. Maybe drizzle little tiny bits.
So that's kind of funny because he's asking me for advice and I have no idea what to say, Travis. I got nothing.
Bad Crypto inbox. You got mail.
Kevin wrote us via the Confactorm. You know what?
Words
End
are
show,
hard.
stay bad.
Words are hard, Mr. Joel Com, and that's
Words are hard. Kevin contacted us by clicking the Contact Us link on our website at badcryptopodcast.com. Y'all can do that too. That's a great way to contact us for any reason, whether you have a question, a comment, or feedback, or you are interested in sponsoring the show, or you're connected to an ICO that would like to be in the ICO spotlight, or you want to ask for an address where you can send us bags of Bitcoin. The contact form is appropriate. And Kevin used it, and he says, I'm a newbie at this whole crypto thing. I'm only 2 weeks in. Welcome to the Republic of Bad Cryptopia, Kevin. All are welcome here. So here's my question. What exactly are you buying into with cryptocurrency as a long investment, specifically the altcoins? Is it the blockchain technology? Can the technology be patented? Is it proprietary technology? I can't just go out and make my own MacBook using all the same components and call my company Apple Classic. I'd get sued. Does this translate over to cryptocurrency? So actually a lot of questions there. What say ye, Mr. Wright?
So the first question is, what exactly you're buying into with cryptocurrency as a long-term investment?
You're buying my ka-ching button.
You're buying ka-ching buttons. So, we've covered, if you're new into this thing, there's a few episodes you probably need to listen to. I would suggest going back and listening to episode 53 as well, when we talk about
all of them.
Yeah. When we talk about magical
internet
money.
I want that to live forever. I really do. I think they should put that in a Bitcoin greeting card. The ones that make sounds when you open them. For your birthday, I gave you something better than, than $100 bill, and you open it and it's us going magical
internet money.
Wow.
It's my 1980s
off
rock.
The rails.
I feel rockerish there now. I'm going to go drink some Jack Daniels. So, a lot of questions there. Why do we hold it? Well, because there's a finite amount of them. We don't really hold trust into the financial system, the way that it's set up right now, when you can print as many dollar bills as you want, as a government, right? I'm just going to print as many $100 bills as we want for 6 cents a piece. And then we're still, $20 trillion in debt. And it costs 6 cents to print a $100 bill. That's weird to me. In fact, most of our money is digital money. Only about 0.6% of all of the U.S. dollars that are combined in stocks and bonds and housing and all this other stuff, $117 trillion. Only about 1.5 trillion of that is actually printed in actual currency. So 99.4% of our money, actually, Joel.com, is digital on a screen. So it already technically is digital money. It's just one that's it's just not controlled by the people. It's a centralized deal. They can print as many as they want. They're not auditable. You don't know how many there are. It's an uncapped deal. It's not good for the people. It's not
magical, Travis. That's the problem.
It's not
There's
magical.
Nothing magical about it. It's a scam. It's a sham. It's a big flim flam.
Yeah. And it is central banks. I mean, that was one of Andrew Jackson's, claims to fame. He's like, you know what? At least I stopped the central bankers. And then when he passed away, boom, well, we got more central bankers over the way, because central bankers, when they run,
we got to get G. Edward Griffin on the show.
We have to. Yeah, we got to. We'll do that first.
There was more to this question. He's, basically asking, can the technology be patented? Can I call my, company the same thing? All of these companies that are making crypto, I mean, they have company names. You can't just, I'm not just going to go name myself Ripple. I don't think they would be happy about that. And, I can't use the symbol XRP that's taken. So there's no way to mint a coin or a token that somebody else is already using. And why would you want to add that kind of confusion? But these are businesses, just like any other business. The blockchain technology and the token sales are just utility that they're using to bring function to the business, right? But it's still just a business, so you can't copy any other business, at least not their.
Yeah. And then, if you've had a chance to listen to our Charlie Lee interview with, who was the founder of Litecoin in our last episode, he talked about that. He goes, he thinks that Bitcoin Gold was just a cash grab. So they just forked off Bitcoin, called it Bitcoin Gold, tried to confuse everybody, and then created $5 billion worth of value out of nothing. So that, in some ways, those are scammy shit coins that aren't going to necessarily be worth anything down the road. But they were some developers who were part of Bitcoin originally, who maybe had a philosophical difference with some of the other groups. They just said, I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home and I'm going to create a fork. And now it's called Bitcoin Gold. So,
cash grab. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, Kevin. And one more question from Nick. Why don't you go ahead and read this one, Travis?
We've got lots of questions today, Mr. Joel.com. Nick, who I believe is,
and so few answers.
I believe Nick is in New Zealand. I've got $10,000 to spend. What do I buy? Disclaimers are acknowledged. I buy at my own risk. That's right. Joel, are you a financial advisor?
I'm not a financial advisor. Neither can I do a good accent.
I'm checking it out, and I said I don't really think I'm an advisor either.
Yeah. So we never, ever make recommendations. It's just that's not how we roll on this show. And thank you, Nick, for asking. But go do your own due diligence, invest, talk to others. We've got a great Telegram group where people discuss these types of things, and it's badco.in/Telegram. And we've also got the Bad Crypto Mastermind, one of the most active and engaged Facebook private groups that I've ever seen, badco.in facebook.com/mastermind. Check it out, and I'll bet you get plenty of opinions there.
Engaging Facebook group in the world.
According to Joel and Travis.
So it's a geek alert in the news, Mr. Travis. And by the time that people get this episode, by the time it's released, the geekiness will have already passed, and we'll have more to say about it. But right now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. And I am, of course, referring to the Thursday night episode of, is it CBS that has the show on it? I think it's CBS.
So. The Big Bang Theory on CBS.
The Big Bang Theory, a show that I have tried watching multiple times and shake my head in absolute disgust, as I don't know how far humanity has fallen that people actually think this is funny. I'm very opinionated about this. I think
it's highbrow intellectual comedy that you just do not understand.
It's no brow. There's no brows. This thing is like, you've heard of the unibrow. This is a no brow.
Maybe it'll be more funny if you drank a Lowenbrow.
Well, I'm going to watch this episode and we will comment after, but we do know a little bit about the show. We do know that the episode is to focus on Bitcoin. And what do we know about the storyline?
From what I understand, I watched the teaser and whatever you had shot over to me. Apparently Penny's ex-boyfriend or something had used to mine Bitcoin, and there was some Bitcoins on there. And then they were trying to get the Bitcoins off, and then the Bitcoins disappeared, and then who knows what's going on. But Bitcoin at the time of the recording of this was around $5,000, which would have been like 4 days ago, right?
Right. And here's the news is that we've seen, Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin all hit all-time highs. And then today, again, it's Wednesday, we witnessed them come down dramatically, like they fell sharply. And as of right now, okay, we're recording, it is 6:39 p.m. Mountain Standard Time right now, and Bitcoin it went under 10,000. Now it's at 10.5. Ethereum went down to like 420. It's at 458. And Litecoin went over 100. Went down to like 87, and it's at 92.
Dash just is dashing to the moon. I don't even know.
Dash is going up. Right. And the rest of the crypto was bleeding pretty solidly, like down 5 to 20%. And of course, they're pulling back up again. And it reminded me, Mr. Travis Wright, of just a couple weeks ago when the whole Bitcoin Cash thing happened. Bitcoin was at an all-time high of around $7,500, and then it dropped 2,000. It went down as low as about 5,500. And of course, there's people that are panic selling. Oh my God, I'm losing my money. And we're just sitting back chilling, while this is happening. And in less than a week, it had fully recovered back to that all-time high and passed it. And of course, then went on to increase several thousand, up to 11,000. And so this is, there's got to be profit taking. Right? It just, how do you not have some people selling off?
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have some big whales in the space. Like, they can literally manipulate the price in some ways by putting up these big sell walls or big buy walls and then getting out at the last minute and doing these different things and trickery. But, one thing that we've seen is that consistently the price has been trending upwards. And in this last run, I mean, what was so amazing about it is they passed Philip Morris, they passed MasterCard, Bitcoin has passed Comcast, it's passed PepsiCo, it's passed Dow DuPont. Next one on the list is Cisco. It did pass that briefly.
Passed gas.
It did pass gas, and that was awkward. That was a nice dad joke. Commending you on that. So it's crazy watching this thing grow, and then there's an ebb and flow to this. You know what? My son came home today from school. He's like, Dad, what happened? I lost $100 of my crypto. Like, no, you didn't.
No. You didn't lose anything. It's gone down in value. But son, didn't I teach you to hodl?
I told you to hodl. We are hodlers in this house.
Hodler's gonna hodl. So this episode, basically it is going to red pill. A lot of people, over 12 million people, watch this show. I don't know why, but I'm going to suffer through the episode.
Not this show. They don't listen to this show.
Not yet.
The Big Bang Theory.
but they're going to hear about Bitcoin on Big Bang Theory, and they're going to go to their, internets, and they're going to Google, and they're going to look for what is the worst crypto podcast out there. Oh, this one. These guys look bad, and they're going to listen to the show, and we're going to go to new all-time highs in the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. Little crypto fairy dust will spread everywhere as we share the crypto goodness.
Talking about magical
internet
money. One other thing I want to touch about on real quick is that also Glenn Beck, like my friend, he messaged me, he goes, oh my God, Glenn Beck, he's talking about Bitcoin the whole hours. He did it yesterday. So like these mainstream news people who in most cases don't have any idea what they're talking about. And another thing that I've seen that's pop up is like all of these sort of bitter non-Bitcoin holders talking advice about how they're an expert and how it's a big scam. And these people, there's so many of them. And it's so funny. It's almost like they are throwing hate at people who have Bitcoin because they don't, and they think it's a big scam and you're going to lose all your money. It's like, actually, no, because I'll take my profits out. I'll take my money the price goes up. Guess what? I took my money out that I've spent into it. Now it's all free money. And I don't think they understand how it works. And, they're very angry about the fact that they don't, but they're very defiant. It's funny to listen to them.
Jealous much? Isn't that special? Well, there's some other things that are driving this. We already talked about CME, that they're going to be selling Bitcoin futures. And now this story popped up on CNBC yesterday that NASDAQ is going to be launching Bitcoin futures next year, as early as the second quarter. And so this just opens up opportunity to more and more people to hedge, their bets, and takes away some of the volatility. And this is kind of a big deal.
It's going to be good when your grandma or your nana comes in and goes, little Jimmy, I got some Bitcoin futures in the market and I think they're doing really well. I mean, it's going to be so easy.
I just want some chocolate, Grandma. People don't know the value of $1, let alone a Bitcoin. Did you ever see the, Mark Dice does those videos on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He's got like 1 million subscribers, and he started by going out on the pier there in like Huntington Beach or wherever he is there on the West Coast and interviewing people. One video that I really enjoyed was he offered people an ounce of silver or a candy bar. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so many of these people, now, of course, he probably selectively edited it, but so many people opted for the candy bar because people don't even know what an ounce of silver is worth. Without Googling it right now, admit it. How many of you could guess within 10% of the actual value what an ounce of silver is worth or an ounce of gold? I believe silver has been hovering around $17 an ounce right now, and gold is somewhere around 1,250. Is that right, Travis?
Gold is now around 1,300.
Okay, so I'm within that 10%, close enough guess. But people were picking the candy bar because they don't know the value of, $1, let alone a Bitcoin, and it's craziness. And so
I don't know if you know this or not, Joel, but I never seen anybody eat a silver coin. But you know what? You can eat a chocolate bar. Am I right?
Yes, you can.
All right. That's what I thought.
We got some stories from CoinDesk that point to, again, a bullish future for crypto. Michael Arrington, who was the founder of Techcrunch, and he is now saying that he has raised $100 million for a hedge fund that's going to be called Arrington XRP Capital, and it's going to be the first fund that requires all limited partners to make investments in XRP, which is Ripple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're going to be working with startups that are building on top of the Ripple blockchain, I assume. And those are the only types of businesses that they are going to fund. And Arrington, he's been pretty sharp on his investments throughout the years. He founded, as you mentioned, Techcrunch. He founded the Crunch Fund. He has the Disrupt conference. He sold to AOL. Pretty bullish on the whole crypto space as well. So much so that he's focusing only on XRP.
There's more than 38 billion Ripple circulating, which would explain why it is the only crypto in the top 10 or so that is sub $1. But it's had a good move recently. It's currently sitting at 26 cents. And I might own some. I can neither confirm nor deny because I am not a financial advisor.
I used to own some. I might confirm. Here's another article that, really sort of drew my interest. 90% of crypto mobile apps are in trouble, a security report claims. And I just watched this video 2 nights ago from John McAfee, who we've talked about on the show a few times. I don't know that I've ever talked about anyone's, getting body parts cut off before, or even talking about anybody's body parts on the show, but we've talked about John McAfee before. And he created McAfee, the security company. And there is a new research out that basically says from this company called High Tech Bridge that they've done analysis on more than 2,000 apps on Google Play. And of the first 30 crypto apps, with up to 100,000 total downloads, 93% contain at least 3 medium risk vulnerabilities and 90% contain at least 2 high risk vulnerabilities. And that's what McAfee said. McAfee said, if you have cryptocurrency, do not have it on your mobile phone, because there will happen one day where everyone who has these certain apps, they're just going to be a big swipe, and then all that crypto is going to disappear. So do not.
Warning, Will Robinson.
He said, have a hardware device that is not connected to the internet that you can then connect and then swap. He said he didn't say that he was a proponent of Trezor or Nano Ledger or any of those other ones, but he said that's what you need to be secure, because if you don't have those, all your crypto will disappear.
That's what I have. Off location in a secure place. All my cryptos is safe. By the way, speaking of McAfee, so you mentioned his earlier prediction. I'm going to read what he tweeted today after Bitcoin shot through 10,000 and then 11,000. He said, when I predicted Bitcoin at 500,000 by the end of 2020, it used a model that predicted 5,000 at the end of 2017. BTC has accelerated much faster than my model assumptions. I now predict Bitcoin at 1 million by the end of 2020. And then he goes on to say, I will still eat my dick if I'm wrong.
Wow.
It's a good thing there's an explicit rating.
Does he have 2 of them or something? I mean, I would want to keep at least one. You want to hedge your bets. I don't know. That's just crazy. That's just crazy to me.
Yes. I think you're correct about that. You know what? I think let's go to our feature. Our Telegram is lighting up. It's kind of funny because as we're recording, people are asking questions in the Telegram group. And one guy says, you guys should give a shout out to the guy who had a kid in this chat. I missed that. Did you see that?
I thought it was very miraculous, because not too often do you see a man having a kid. Really, really impressive. But you know what? We're in an age of multiple genders now, and it's just really impressive. But
he and G and Gigi. Juju.
So what's great is that they had a kid, and I said that I
had a goat.
I would send them. He had a little boy. At least that's what he, associates himself with currently. And I said, we'll give you some bad coin for a worthless investment for your son's future. But I don't believe he's got a bad coin account yet. But hey, congratulations. Here's the thing. This group is so active that it's hard to scroll back and find out who the name of the dude was who had the kid. I can't even find it.
There's over 800 members there now, and they are always talking crypto. And that makes for a great segue.
Wait, Jeffrey, I just found it. Jeffrey has
Jeffrey
a kid.
the giraffe.
Very
nice. Hey, Jeff. There, you got your shout out, dude.
Cute kid.
Speaking of cryptos, ran across a great article just a few days ago on Techcrunch. We referred to Michael Arrington, the founder of Techcrunch, and now we are going to link to this article, and we're basically just going to tell you what it says. That way you don't have to go look. No, you should go look, go support Techcrunch.
You should actually save this article in a bookmark and show your friends it. It really differentiates between the various different cryptocurrencies, right?
Right. The title is 100 Cryptocurrencies Described in 4 Words or Less. Shout out to Nate Murray, who is the contributor of this. And if you want to show him your support, you can find him on Twitter at EIGEN Joy. And we'll link that in the show notes as well. A note to our producer, Aaron, Aaron Tech, please do that. He says, this list describes cryptocurrencies. Each gets 4 words. There are many. Some are landmarks, some are scams. Hopefully this provides orientation. So we're just going to we're not going through 100 of them. We're going to take a few minutes. And out of the top 100, these are the ones that were listed as the top 100 by market cap on CoinMarketCap when he wrote the article. So Travis, let's just play a little crypto ping pong here.
We're going to start off with digital gold, which is Bitcoin. You know what would be fun on this real quick as we do? We should have this later and we should use this as like notes for like a game. Like we should have a game show on and we should like have people on and we could be like, ooh, what is this? And they're going to be like, what is that? Like, oh, you missed it. So we could have a game show with this. So yeah, Bitcoin is digital gold.
I'll take Ethereum based crypto for 500, Alex. What is Chinese market Ethereum?
Did you say Ethereum? You said Neo. You did not say Neo.
I said, what is Chinese market Ethereum?
Neo. Nice.
Neo. That's right. That is correct answer. Then we have Monero, which the symbol is XMR. And I know that you've been a big fan of this. And I want to delve deeper into it because it is private digital cash. And allegedly, it and Zcash are the most anonymous and private of the cryptos. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding as we stand today, Mr. Joel Com. Bitcoin Cash is a Bitcoin clone, but it's not called Bitcoin Cash. It's called Bcash. That's the official word for it.
Right. Don't call it Bcash. Then we have one that a lot of people have asked us about, and we have not yet spoken about it. Frankly, it spooks me a little bit, and I could be wrong about it, but it is BitConnect, the symbol BCC, and in this description, they call it Madoff-like investment fund, of course, referencing Bernie Madoff, who
made off with a bunch of money.
He did make off. I don't know. I know that I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe it is a network marketing type of organization. And you're supposed to bring other people in, and kind of it looks like it might be pyramidish, but again, do your own due diligence. I've kind of avoided it.
Mm-hmm. I like the description for Ethereum. It's programmable contracts and money. That's a clear definition for that. So what's Ethereum? It's programmable contracts and money. That's great.
Yeah, this is great. Good job on this, Nate. Thanks for writing this so that we didn't have to. We appreciate that. Another one that a lot of people have messaged us about, and I've never really looked at it closely, is IOTA. The symbol is MIOTA, MIOTA, and of course stands for Internet of Things Payments. Have you looked at IOTA much?
You know what? I have, and I think I got about $800 worth of IOTA when it was like 30 something cents. And then I put actually 1,800 IOTAs or something. And then I put it in the IOTA wallet, generated a seed, which was a very weird process to generate the seed, shot the money over, said it was there. Next time I opened the app, it said it wasn't there. And then every other time that I've tried to open up the app and put in my seed, it's never been there. And it doesn't show that it was ever exited from my account. It showed that it was in my account. So I don't know. There's something weird going on. I don't know. So I'm literally never going to buy any more of it. So we could go to $100 a coin and I'm done with it because their wallet experience blows. All right. Next up, we are not financial advisors though. Dash is another one. What is Dash? Dash is a privacy focused Bitcoin clone. So very similar to like a Zcash or a Monero. Also, Electroneum is a Monero clone. So those are all kind of privacy based ones.
How about gas? You got gas there, Travis?
You know, I did the day after Thanksgiving, had a little bit of gas because I bought some more Neo. And if you actually hold Neo in the Neon wallet, it generates gas.
Right. And gas is what is used to pay fees on Neo. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because it's a currency that is tied to the utility of another currency.
Yep.
I don't know. Is there any others that you're aware of that are like that?
I don't believe that I've seen any that do that just yet. There's another one I like called Salt. Salt is cryptocurrency backed loans. So you actually don't have to sell your crypto. You can borrow against it as if it's collateral, and that platform will be coming out soon.
Then we have Dogecoin. For those of you wondering what the dog is in our cover artwork that you see, with Bad Crypto Podcast, that's a Shiba Inu. That is the meme that was, that helped to create the Dogecoin, Dog-E-Coin. But it's called Dogecoin, D-O-G-E. And the forward description is serious meme Bitcoin clone. That's what it is. And we've actually featured Dogecoin on a previous episode. It is the internet's friendliest cryptocurrency. And maybe that's a better forward description. The internet's friendliest cryptocurrency.
Another one that I like that's been around for quite a long time is Digibyte, and that is DGB, and they are a faster Bitcoin. I mean, they've been around. That's all completely decentralized. It wasn't pre-mined, and even the owners don't even have very much of the crypto at all, and it's worth a penny or so, last I checked. Very fast coin.
There's a number of these on here that have the same description, Bitcoin clone. They include BitDeal, Nexus. Well, Digibyte is described as faster Bitcoin. Vertcoin is described as Bitcoin clone. Do you feel like, we actually got to visit with the Nexus people at Nexus Earth. Do you feel like Nexus is a Bitcoin clone, or do you feel like maybe they're doing something a little bit more?
Well, I would say that Nexus is a decentralized internet with satellites. Right? I mean, they're doing some really interesting stuff. Or they have the 3D blockchain. So I think they're doing things way differently than Bitcoin. It's a whole other ecosystem there.
Maybe Nate got a little lazy there on that one. There's 100 of them, and
I got to get this done. Well, who is
looks like a Bitcoin clone to me. That's what it's going to be.
I'm done with this. Cardano is one that recently took off to the moon. It was at 2 something cents, and then it went to 14 cents. I think it got up to. It's layered currency and contracts. So it's contract, like smart contracts. It's kind of like they're trying to be Ethereum plus Bitcoin combo kind of thing.
ADA is the symbol.
ADA.
And now there's Tether. The symbol is USDT, and the description is price equals $1. And, we have a lot of people asking us about Tether, and we've touched on it a little bit. It's a really interesting story in and of itself, and perhaps we'll research that and perhaps talk about it more in depth on a future episode.
And perhaps we won't.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps we won't. Perhaps we will. Perhaps we might. Perhaps we might not. So, if you take a look at this, there's all kinds, there's 100 of them on this list. Probably some that you were wondering, what exactly does it do? I've never known what NEM does, NEM, but it's like a top 10. It says batteries included digital assets. I don't even know what that means. Still with this little forward description. So NEM is something that's doing some interesting stuff. They're in the top 10 of cryptocurrencies. And then we know Stellar Lumens. We gave those out. Those are digital IOUs. Any other ones on here that strike your fancy, Mr. Joel Com?
Well, one, just as far as it's popping out, there's one on here called Veritasium. And the symbol is and the description just says vaporware. So I don't know if it's a coin that, they never developed. Another one that stands out to me being a gamer is Game Credits. The symbol is game and the description is video game currency. So, and of course, we've actually had on ICO Spotlight a couple, that are in the game industry. We've had GameFlip, and we've had esports, and we've had Engine for Engine Coin, and interesting to watch is all of those play out. But lots of coins, Mr. Travis Wright, and we encourage you to go to the show notes and link to the article by Techcrunch. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it says inspired by Greg Wilson. And Greg apparently wrote a Medium article that says Google Cloud products described in 4 words or less. So from the Google Cloud platform. So, I think that there's only one coin we left off of here, Mr. Travis Wright.
Bad coin is a worthless shit coin. Wow. I don't know. I can't believe that. That's wild.
I think that's probably the best description that we have, although there are well over 1,000 people that are hodling the bad coin, and there's over 300 million worthless tokens that are now in circulation, and we are actually planning. I can't tell you yet. We're hoping it works out, but if it all works out, there will be a much grander distribution of bad coin coming your way.
We just can't tell you, Captain. We don't have the power.
Hey, thanks for listening. We appreciate you more than you know. So I want you to stop and think how much we appreciate you, and then go, no, I don't know, because it's got to be more than that.
We love you to the moon and back.
We're going beyond the moon because this crypto thing is here to stay.
Jupiter?
Blockchain is not going away. And that's all I have to say today.
We love you to Uranus and back.
Stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.
Throwing dollars is way nicer than coins because that's making it hail. That's probably painful.